Jade Cargill hung out with Naomi at a basketball game, and days later, Saraya announced a secret tag team partner 1 month from now. And if you think that's a coincidence, I got a whole stick of dynamite to sell you.
Hold up. It's a black-owned business in the wrestling business? Pro wrestling bits, let's go!
Sasha and Naomi's will they or won't they with WWE took a huge step in the direction of they won't. More specifically, AEW has emerged as a frontrunner to land both Sasha and Naomi. Sasha and Naomi have been joined at the hip since leaving WWE in solidarity, and I'd imagine that wherever Sasha goes, Naomi will follow and vice versa. But it's recent individual appearances by Sasha and Naomi that have broken the internet. First, Naomi pulled up at an Atlanta Hawks game alongside Jade Cargill in quite possibly the blackest moment in wrestling of 2022. Two black women at a basketball game in Atlanta? That's not just black girl magic, that's a whole Hogwarts as an HBCU. Not to be outdone, Sasha Banks will be appearing at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 17 in the Tokyo Dome in January. New Japan has a working relationship with AEW, which recently began a build towards Saraya's mystery tag team partner 1 month from now, when AEW comes to the Black Enclave of Inglewood, California, my backyard. Whether that tag team partner is Sasha Banks or Naomi, you do the math there. Sasha and Naomi pulling up in Jacksonville is a great thing for AEW and a good thing for the wrestling world. In order for this whole industry to come up, both WWE and AEW need to remain competitive in all aspects. Free agency and talent acquisitions are the lifeblood of a wrestling war. AEW steals Moxley, WWE steals Cody. WWE steals Regal, AEW might fuck around and get Sasha and Naomi. By the way, keep an eye on FTR to dethrone the Usos in WWE down the road. Maybe even as soon as the Raw after Mania. Their contracts are up in April because they're not going back and forth on social media for nothing. I'll just leave it at that. Sasha and Naomi in AEW would be the biggest wrestling free agency story of 2023. It would be bigger than anything that would happen in 2024. Bigger than Kenny Omega in WWE, bigger than MJF in WWE, bigger than Brock Lesnar in AEW. Pro wrestling spends so much time catering to white nerds that one of its most important narratives often gets lost in the shuffle. And that's a simple fact that black women run wrestling. Bianca Belair is showing you that in WWE, where she's a transcendent talent. Jade Cargill is that bitch in AEW, her words and mine. And Sasha Banks and Naomi have been did that. When Sasha and Naomi left WWE, they didn't go on the indies for hot dogs and handshakes, get it how you live. They were at movie premieres. New York Fashion Week. Sasha was in The Mandalorian. Will Ospreay can rotate his body 450 degrees until he's blue in the baby face. But that's not gonna get one woman, child, or casual fan to open up their wallet. The black women who are top stars in wrestling right now have all the tools to not only be some of the greatest talents in the history of wrestling, but also to follow in the footsteps of The Rock, John Cena, and Batista as A-list talent in Hollywood who can bring more awareness to the professional wrestling business outside of the PWG Battle of Los Angeles. My mom hates pro wrestling, loves Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill and Naomi were not hanging out at a basketball game and posting about it on social media for the world to see as a friendly chat that had nothing to do with business. Just like Triple H didn't post about William Regal because he was sentimental. There are no coincidences in this business. Remember, these are professional wrestlers we're talking about. The operative word being professional. There's a reason this industry is called the wrestling business, and it's because wrestlers care about three things in this order: money, more money, and championships. If we're talking about male wrestlers, it's money, sex, and more money, tomato, tomato. Speaking of men, have you checked your testosterone levels lately? It could literally save your life, and you can do just that with today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. Guys, if you're thinking about your 2023 bodybuilding goals, then I have an important message for you. Hitting your goals are going to be next to impossible if your testosterone levels are in decline. It doesn't matter how old you are. The average male testosterone level has been declining at a rate of 1% per year since the 1980s. Low T can lead to lack of strength, decreases in bulk, and even male menopause, which causes a lower sex drive. I urge you to test your testosterone levels in 2023, and you can do it all with help from today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. I love Let's Get Checked because it gives me the freedom to measure my testosterone levels without having to get permission from a doctor first. You don't have to leave your home, you don't have to get off your couch, you don't have to go to a lab to get your blood drawn. It's very convenient. Here's me taking the test myself. Just took a quick and painless blood sample, followed the user-friendly instructions, and sent this bad boy to the lab. Got my results back that same week, and here they are. Long story short, my testosterone levels are lit because, like Hangman Adam Page, I am a man. According to the analytics for this wrestling YouTube channel, so are you probably. Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available on your secure online account in 2 to 5 days. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA and CAP approved, which is the highest level of accreditation. Your results are reviewed by a member of the Let's Get Checked clinical team, and they can even give you a virtual consultation, and in some cases, the clinical team can prescribe you medication that'll be ready at the pharmacy of your choice. So if you want to test your testosterone levels from the comfort of your own home, visit trylgc.com/prowrestlingbits for 25% off using the code WRESTLING25, also available in my description. Jade Cargill and Naomi were promoting Black Girl Magic, but it was also a business meeting. Don't get it twisted. With all this TV and Saudi money flying around in a carny industry that takes advantage of its wrestlers and misclassifies them as independent contractor, every wrestler needs to be having these meetings with their brethren, both in and out of their own company. They need to be posting about it on social media to build a narrative and pump up their buying temperature. That's what all the smart wrestlers who want to get paid are doing. Just like NBA players link up behind the scenes and develop super teams to get paid, wrestlers need to be linking up and doing the same. And AEW is on the precipice of landing its own super team in the form of Sasha, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. With a loaded women's roster, maybe AEW can save Rampage by making it a women's show. Check out my video about Rampage's scary low ratings here and subscribe so that you can help my ratings. Will Sasha and Naomi be all elite? Tell me in the comments.